So last night we finally got the code and solved orb number 9 o'clock's puzzle, and we got the FELCYCLE. And in Ratt's Revenge's instance, you'll notice that the FELCYCLE is gone because of course we have it, and the last 3 orbs 10, 11, and 12 are now voidified, which is kind of strange, and we wonder what this means. Many people are believing that the puzzle's over because they got the bike and they'll probably stop there, but there's a lot of interesting speculation that this might go further than we think, and we have a couple reasons to believe so. So first off, the code that we used to unlock the FELCYCLE, which was 84, 84, 70, 78, can somehow be read as TTFN, which translates to Tata for now, which is like goodbye for now in a way, which was confirmed by the puzzle maker Josh, so that's like a little hint. Does that mean goodbye for now, like we're done, or goodbye for now, like something void is going to happen, like, or it's because, like, you know, Ratt's is gone because we've got our bike and, you know, I don't know what she's doing now. Now, before we discuss any changes in the instance, which yes, there are changes, quite a few actually, the first major clue that this continues is that when you get the FELCYCLE and you unlock it, you actually unlock a new spell in your spell book. Now, not under your class one, it's under general, and it's going to be called Override Sequence. And this is only usable when you are riding the mount. And when you go ahead and you activate this, it does have a 1-minute cooldown. You can see all the symbols, and again, you can see the code entering mechanic. So this implies that there must be some special code that we have to put in. Right now, we don't know what code is relevant, if there even is a specific one. But if you type the number 1717 and you submit it, it actually does an animation effect, one of several animation effects. Here's one where looks like I'm like just, you know, gassing the freaking bike, which is pretty cool. There's another one that lets us shoot like fell green fireworks above from the bike, which is also pretty cool. And a lot of people seem to be upset that there isn't a mount special. You know, when you hold like the jump key, it does like a mount special. This one, it just jumps. This is just a normal jump. So the mount special is like hidden within these animations by typing 17, which leads us to believe there's more to unlock to this bike, like more features perhaps. If we use that override sequence again, there is another code that does something weird. People are trying to find links for it. This is 418. 418, when you use this, it basically spawns an egg, brightly colored egg. And then when you go ahead and you open up this egg, you get a weird egg item. A weird egg item that sells for 17 copper, which is how people got the number 17. Some people have linked this back to the Noble Garden Bunny, if that means anything. I don't know. Perhaps it's just an Easter egg. Alright, so let's run through Ratt's Revenge's instance and all the changes that have happened here since finishing the 9th orb. So on the bottom floor, the room that had the cats in it is now ungated. There's no more gate blocking it. And inside this room, there are 3 cats. There's Milo, there's Jin, and there is Bees. Now, these cats sleep on a very interesting intervaled amount. Like, you'll see they'll walk around and then they'll sleep for a very specific amount of time. You're able to pet them. And there's also a potion of truth inside of this room that gives you a buff that lasts 30 minutes that says Truth Revealed. This buff seems to only last when you're in the instance. As soon as you leave this instance, the buff disappears as well. So assume we have to do something with it inside of here. Now, if you've paid enough attention to this room in particular, you'll notice that the big clock that used to be over here, there used to be a big grandfather clock right at this position, it's gone. It's literally just not here anymore, which is strange because obviously a clock indicates time. So something about time. Maybe we're waiting for something. Or it's a clue about somewhere where we have to go and find something about time. I don't know. You'll also know that the crystal room upstairs, the one that you had to teleport into by selecting this crystal, doesn't have a gate anymore as well. There's no actual other changes within the room, just that the fact that you don't have to keep teleporting in and out just to get into this room. So I guess it makes it easier in a way. And while I've never really talked about it in any of my videos specifically, for the 10th orb, we actually do have 2 mini orbs around it. And these 2 orbs were actually discovered very, very early on during the puzzle. I think even orb 1. By the time we were on orb 1, we had already figured out these 2 orbs. Now, if you don't know what these 2 mini orbs are from, I'm going to quickly go ahead and show you. Now, this will lead us back downstairs to the room that has the big red button. Now, the way you unlock those 2 orbs is by essentially pushing this button for the 1 orb 100 times. So stand under here and you push the button quite literally 100 times and it will give you 1 orb. If you have no idea how many times you've clicked that button, you can use this scrying orb, which is on the left over here. When you click this, it will actually tell you in your chat how many times the button has been pressed. So here you can see I've pressed it 10 times. Every time you leave the instance, this will reset and you'll have to do the counter again. So you press this button 100 times to get 1 orb and 1,000 times in order to get the second orb. So that's how you get these 2 orbs. Essentially click the red button 1,000 times. That is another clue that perhaps orb 10, 11, and 12 are actually real and they lead to something, instead of it being like, it's just dummy puzzle and we actually ended at 9 where we got this FELCYCLE. One thing we can say for certain is that this 10th orb, or whatever the following puzzle is, definitely has something linked to time. Like we have to click the button many times. The clock disappeared. That's a strange one, right? Like, why would the clock disappear if the puzzle is complete, essentially? Like, why lead us on? Why leave a little code that says ta-ta for now? There's definitely something more going on here. Whether it's accessible now or later is the big question, though. Perhaps it has something to do with how long the cats sleep, and maybe how many times you need to press the button in a right order, the right amount of times, when you should be pressing the button, who knows? But hopefully we'll figure it out. But if there is something to it, I will let you guys know within a video, and I'll see you guys around. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.